Welcome back to Galactic Downloads. I am Queen Mother. Thank you for being here. I want to keep my intro short this time because I really want to get into the message and not lose the important elements of the download that I received. So this one is about being okay to let go, being okay to accept change. Now, the last video that I made was about accepting change. This download that I received is about accepting change in the heart space, in relationships, whether romantic or platonic. Accepting change at that level and understanding change at that level. It's okay to be flighty. I'll repeat. It is okay to be flighty. It is okay for people to leave. It's okay for people to want to leave, right? It's okay to want people to go. It's okay for people to die. It's okay for that process of life to continue. It's okay. The idea of flightiness is okay. It comes and then it goes. And that's the truth. It comes and then it goes. But how wonderful is it when we're able to put ourselves in a space of acceptance in that? We have to be flighty. It is the nature of the explorer to be flighty. The curiosity of growth, the desire to elevate and expand. It's okay. Human beings have been programmed to be possessive. We've been programmed to be territorial. We've been programmed to be selfish. We are not taught how to let go in a healthy way, how to accept change with an open mind. We've literally been conditioned to mourn. Mourn people and situations that are dead or alive. We've been conditioned to mourn, to grieve. Oh, how that makes my heart so heavy. The way that we restrict ourselves. The way that we keep ourselves trapped in a mental imprisonment. Because we're not taught that change is healthy. Surrendering control is the first step. Understanding that you possess nothing, not even yourself. You don't possess you. You don't possess them. You don't possess that experience. You don't even possess yourself. You belong to something greater. Did you hear me? I said you belong to something greater. Let go. Let change happen. Let it flow. And what is for you will always return, or it will always find you. We have to be willing to allow people to have their own experiences and not keep them confined in our world. We have to be willing to allow people to be free. The conditional trauma mindsets that are programmed into us are interesting, to say the least, interesting, but they are harmful at best. It's unhealthy. We've got to move ourselves into a different mindset. We've got to deprogram and reprogram. It's time. It's been overdue. Keeping ourselves stuck in cycles, or more selfishly, keeping others stuck in a cycle with us. Where did we learn that from? Our parents, our grandparents, our great-grandparents, our great-great-grandparents, we've been passed, these ideals have been passed down through our bloodlines. Generations that date all the way back to years before numerical values even existed. It is a program that is deeply embedded in the conscious, the unconscious energy. It's a frequency that we keep tapping into. It runs through us and our loved ones and our counterparts and through the systems. It runs through our material world. It runs through our spiritual world. This energy of possession, selfishness. Selfishness, by the way, doesn't always have a negative connotation attached to it. Selfish just means to be less selfless. See it that way. Some people don't even know that they're selfish. We can't chastise a person who's misunderstood. We can't chastise people who don't know. That's called ignorance. But what we can do is teach, right? That's the love part about it all. That's the love part of the experience. Teaching. It's okay for transition to happen. It's okay for people to want to go and peek behind that layer and pull back that layer. It's okay for people to want to go out there and have that experience. It's fine. Ye harm none, do what you will. It is a spiritual law. Let people go and allow people to be free. Even if for you that means that you may potentially lose something, that is a problem of your own that you need to deal with within yourself. It doesn't matter. And I know I'm making it sound easier, much easier said than done. I know it sounds easier, but I promise you, when you begin to recondition your mind and reestablish new values, different values, you'll see exactly what I mean. It's not that hard. In fact, it is what love is. It's balance. You spend the time and you allow that time to be just what it needed to be. And then you allow the change to happen. If someone wants to go, then go. And stop being so concerned with what of yours they're running off with. Because you decided to pour love into a person or into a space and you're so concerned with what they're going to run away with that is of yours. Something that belongs to you. Don't be an Indian giver. Pour love into people. Let them leave if that's what they choose to do. And even if they go out with a hard blow, let them go. Surrender that back to the universe and accept it no more. You move on. But then there are also situations where endings aren't necessarily so dark. There are situations where two beautiful souls just don't align on the same path. Maybe not right now, maybe not this time, maybe not in this lifetime, boo. But it's okay, baby. It's okay. Everything is as it should be. Don't be afraid of development. Do you know that when people leave your life, that is an opportunity for you to grow? I mean, it's a wonderful thing. Being able to share that space with another, platonic or romantic, a friend, a lover, having someone to share that space with. Oh my gosh, it's wonderful. But do you not know that when that space is freed up of an energy, do you know what happens? Another portal is opened up. It is bigger than the space that was left empty. This new portal is for all new things to come in, better, more beautiful, more valuable, more worthy, something different. And guess what? When that newly established energy of value comes into your space and you decide that it's time for that energy to be released, or that energy decides to relieve itself, let it go, because what's going to happen next? That space that became bigger is going to grow even larger, and it's going to open up a space for more opportunity in your life. We have to stop being afraid of development. That is what change, transition, and surrender is about. You've got to give it over. Give it over to the universe. Surrender it to your God. Let it go and let it flow as it should. We are human beings. We are incarnated here, and our species has developed so wonderfully over the years. We are now able to travel. We are able to move from point A to point B to see different parts of the world, the parts that we are allowed to see, but that's a different conversation. We are allowed to explore this world, to grow. It's what we're here to do, to enjoy this experience. It's what we are here to do, to earn more information, to accumulate more information. That's what we're here to do. Let it happen. Let love really be the frequency. Let understanding really be the foundation. And I promise you, your life will continue to go up. Elevation will always be the destination for your life if you allow things to flow the way that they should. Don't be disheartened when those who you love transition over onto the other side. I'm talking about death. Allow the transition to happen, whether literal death or hypothetically in these relationship dynamics, platonic or romantic. Let the death of things occur so that new life can happen there. And it will. Whether you and that person separate and go off into your world of exploration and find more beautiful things, and then come back together and exchange that information and decide, you know what? I've seen so much out here in the world. I just want to share it with you. I've realized that this life experience is so valuable. I don't even want to make that sacrifice for another soul unless it's you. Or if you and that other soul decide to depart and go your separate ways and find something more better suited for you, and allow the past to be the past, that's okay too. What's wrong with that? We have to start training ourselves to celebrate death and not mourn it. Death should be celebrated and not mourned. Mourning is a concept, it is a condition that was passed down to you through lifetimes. Skip generations. It's been passed down to you through lifetimes, through dimensions, through worlds. We're always so sad when endings come because we're trained to be so selfish, to not want to release. We're trained to hold on to everything. We're trained to keep our orbits cluttered with so many different experiences and so many different memories, and our physical and physical bodies so clouded and crowded with energies We always got to have a whole bunch of people around us. It's okay for endings to happen, because new beginnings are always formed after. Don't let your mind slip into a depressive state when it is time for you to release. Release with love, always. And if you don't release with love, if you release in an energy that is anything less, you hold yourself accountable to turn back around, offer your grace, extend your apologies, make it right. Because none of us deserve to mourn, to grieve, or to be left with a perceived gaping void in us because of the way that we departed. Your exit is just as important as your entrance. If you came into that relationship dynamic with all of your honeymooning and all of your greatness and showing all of the best parts of yourself, when you release or relieve yourself from that space, you release and you relieve yourself with the same energy of grace. Hold yourself in the same high regard. Let your love and light be the anchor for those memories. Let people remember you this way and not that way. And while we're here, can we stop bringing children to funerals? Since we're on the subject of death anyway, can we stop bringing children to funerals? Can we make an agreement? Can we stop bringing children into spaces where these energies are being released? These low vibrational energies are being released of mourning. More importantly, the entrance is just as important as the exit, as I just said. For relationship dynamics, it's just important in regards to releasing our loved ones at funerals. A child does not need to see a person in that certain state. That should not be the exiting memory for them. Adults either. Should not be the exiting memory for them. Do you hear me? Children and adults alike. When my brother transitioned over to the other side, my twin brother, I love you, twin A. When he transitioned over to the other side, I did not see him off in that final physical state. Why in the world would I ever make that decision? No, 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 no. I wanted to remember my twin for exactly who he was. That knight in shining armor. You better reign, king. You better reign. I wanted to remember him in that way. I've said before, I don't talk much. I don't teach much about things that I haven't experienced myself. I know what it is. I know what time it is. And the lasting image of him that I have in my mind is as beautiful as I want it to stay. Okay? To avoid having to work through that process of healing at that level is something different. A child shouldn't be introduced in that way. And if you are an adult yourself, it is okay to let down the egos of those who have those expectations of you to show up. It is okay for you to disappoint their egos, to let them know that you don't want to mourn. You want to celebrate. You can celebrate the life of your loved ones in your own home. You can have your own candlelight vision. You have your own ceremony. It's all the same. We're all doing the same thing. Titles, labels, this one and that one, and who does this and what does what, and in this space and in this group and in that religion and in that program. We're all doing the same thing. If you need to light your candles for your loved ones at home and release them, put on that music, your favorite song, Happy Feelings in the Air. That's one of my favorite songs. Put it on. Celebrate with your loved ones. Celebrate in spirit. Get up and dance. But you don't have to mourn. You don't have to put yourself in a position to mourn. Skip the funeral. Make it a party. That's what I did for my twin. That's what I did. Planned an all-white event, and it was a party. And that is how I released him. Safe travels, twin. Always in love. Keep yourself in balance. Know what you need to do for you. Don't be afraid of change. Don't be afraid of elevation. Don't be afraid of a different perspective. Don't be afraid to let go. Love that person who you love. Love them with all your heart. But you got to work out those inner blockages for yourself. Because when it's time for you to walk away from a relationship or even bury your loved one, you got to be ready. You got to be strong. You got to know how to trick your mind. If you want to call it a trick. Trick it. Change it. Correct those thoughts as they come in. Do whatever it is that you need to do. But that's what needs to be done. So that you can be okay with letting go. So that you can be okay with death, rebirth. So that you can be okay with endings and new beginnings. Give yourself grace and give this life experience grace. Because what is the process and how does it go? You know, you live to die. In relationships, anything that you have may not last forever. I mean, in the literal sense, nothing does really. According to the process of life. And hey, I'm just the messenger. That download was brought to you by Queen Mother of Galactic Downloads. It's time for us to heal. And this is how we're going to do it. By accepting the truths of the matter. Because there is more than one. Now, I just shared mine with you. And I love you so much. I want to send an energy of peace of mind. I'm sending an energy of faith for you to trust the process when it's time for you to close chapters, when it is time for you to wrap up cycles, when it is time for you to accept an ending so that a new beginning can be born. I want to send an energy of love because it is not worth your time to spend your time grieving and mourning and continuing these traditions of low vibrational value that you've inherited from lifetimes ago. It is what it is. And I love you. And I hope that you accept this energy. We come in peace. We come with a purpose. Welcome to Galactic Downloads.